Okay, the most memorable bad show for Destroyer of Light. I'm trying to dig deep in my psyche for this one. God dang. Been put on the tests here. Waiting for the call. Seeing where I go.
This is Destroyer of Light's last tour, a band I was in for 12 years. After this ends, a couple shows at home, and then indefinite hiatus. One of the best things about underground touring is the privilege of seeing the country. This tour will take us to 18 cities through 14 states, cover thousands of miles in the span of only 2.5 weeks. And it is, in the grand scheme of things, one of our shorter runs. How many times have we played at the Yucca Tap Room?
This is probably at least 6, 7.
6 or 7, probably. Yeah. This is the final one.
The final one.
At least for a while.
At least for now.
Yeah.
The one that keeps coming back to me is the one that when we played in Midland at that DIY spot.
Oh, at the Pine Box?
The Pine Box, yes, with Widower. There was just something about that. I mean, I remember us having a fun time after the show.
Can you describe the Pine Box?
Imagine somebody's trashy, where they throw all the trash and you're staying in that room.
Right. It's not there anymore, is it?
No. They actually have turned it into a highly respectable art gallery now. It's hardly even recognizable from what it used to be.
They cleaned it up.
They cleaned it up nicely. And I don't even know if it's an art gallery anymore, but I know we actually did play what was the Pine Box as the art gallery, and they definitely churched it up pretty nicely.
Nice.
As far as the most memorable bad show we ever played, I always think about the one in Tennessee, in Johnson City, I think it was.
Oh shit, that one, yeah.
Where we we were expecting it to be kind of a big show. We were hanging out at the coffee house all night. Not necessarily a big show, it was just like a really cool venue. What is it, the Hideaway? I think
The Hideaway is correct, yes.
And we were hanging out at a coffee house. A bunch of people said they were coming. And then in reality, nobody showed up. And then it's because all the local bands dropped off, so it was just us. And then we start into one song. Oh, and one guy shows up from the coffee house and he brought one friend with him.
Who we ended up staying at his house.
We ended up staying at his house. And the owner or the bartender was there. I don't know, I don't remember if he owned the place or if he was just bartending. But he, so we had 3 people in the crowd, one of whom worked there. And halfway in the first song, my amp blows, I don't know if it was fused, tubes, what. And so we were like, all right, I guess we're not playing. And then the dude who showed up from the coffee house was like, damn man, I really wanted to hear some rock and roll. So we rigged me through Jeff's electric cabinet, both of us through one cab. It was probably a muddy mess, but I just fucking played solos over everything.
I do remember that now.
All the time. And then at the end of the night, we actually made a decent amount of money just from the 3 people who were there buying stuff. And then we got a place to stay out of it. So it was like this really disappointing night that, and then of course the next day we're gonna have to go and replace, or fix this amp after driving for 8 hours. So it was just bad feeling all around, and yet somehow it worked out. Coming. Just go straight. Well, you're kind of going this way.
Trapped here.
We can't use one of the other 3 parking validations we have.
No, these are for this is validating. We have to scan our first ticket first.
Oh
Where's
fuck.
the first ticket?
The one that has the fucking hole in the QR code.
Oh,
Steve put it in his goddamn pocket.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
Oh, so this little area is
You're really gonna try and get in right there?
I want to go right here.
You're not gonna fit in there.
No, don't worry about parking. Just go back to where we were with the
It's
sky
right.
bit.
It's right here.
No, it's not in
Yes,
there.
it is.
Over
It's in there. No, it's in there.
It's in there.
We literally just went in a circle.
Da,
drugs.
Savior of the universe.
Keep going. Keep going.
Just stop right there, that's fine. It starts raining, Billy goes up the show.
You red kitty.
And he says, it's supposed to be warm here. I'm freezing. Then he comes out to play and it's raining. That's done. That is really cool.
There you go, Tessa with a boy.
Doing? Come on, bro.
Go, go, go!
Why are you doing this to yourself, bro?
Oh my God. What do you think, man? Why are they doing this to themselves? Oh my God, take it.
Dude.
If I had one meal to pick out of all the meals I've had on tour, the one I think about the most is the one in Genoa.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a
and that was
a hard one to beat.
That was a Neapolitan pizza, but it was a pesto pizza made with homemade pesto from the region that pesto is from.
Yeah.
That, I look at the picture I took of that pizza and I dream about it all the time. So that's definitely my favorite one.
Is that the worst thing you've ever had?
Yes.
The barbecue
Please
spaghetti?
explain. I want you to elaborate this because you actually went in.
Yeah. So we went to it was Steve. Steve was there.
I was with you.
So it add even more to like the shame and the disgust because Steve has like such high like expectations for like Italian cuisine, especially when it comes to noodles. And on the sign they advertised many times and said famous barbecue spaghetti. Try our famous barbecue spaghetti. We are famous for barbecue spaghetti. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna try that famous barbecue spaghetti. So I get it, and it's spaghetti noodles covered with barbecue sauce and then topped with pulled pork. And it was just, the barbecue sauce in Memphis is just really, really sweet. And it was just oily and sweet. And then I don't even think the noodles were hot. It was just like, it was just not good.
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
Dead.
Take me back to 1980.
It's like a relic. It's a ruin.
The other series is over here. Oh, well.
Oh my goodness. You're so handsome. Wow. Damn,
That comes from mini bloopers.
we missed you, Mike.
I know.
I know. This is no bridge.
Well, how are you supposed to pull over if you're in a fucking crash? Just block one way lane.
Block all lanes.
What the fuck? San Francisco Street.
There's nothing smog.
Literally just channeling it from like the universe. Like, it's just telling you what to do. Like, I'm not even doing this. It's like.
We drove overnight from San Francisco to Portland. We'd planned on getting a hotel a few miles out of town, but none of them were affordable or available. I slept for perhaps 4 or 5 hours and then awoke to the sunrise deep in the woods of Northern California.
It's not in like standard 440.
What is another one of them? Who's the hardest working band we've ever run across on the road? Who do you look at and just say, God damn, they're working their asses off?
Seeing as how we played with them on our first tour, I would say Black Tusk.
Black Tusk. Well, yeah. Who's the hardest working touring band in the metal scene, in your opinion?
I'm trying to go like underground, that kind of came from the same ilk of how we went about it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I have to actually give it up to our local band, the Bondbreaker. I think they've been doing a good job at doing that. They've been putting in some hard work and they're getting on the road.
Yeah. And theatricality.
And the theatricality, they've put a lot into everything, their performance and all that.
Yeah.
They're definitely an upcoming new band. I think have been doing it well.
What is your favorite state to drive through?
Oregon!
Oregon. Even though after what happened in Oregon?
Bittersweet.
It's bittersweet. All right, Mike. Say the quote.
Which quote?
About the night nocturnal birds.
The bats aren't as what they seem.
Boise with the boys.
Boys. We're here for the boys. These chumps are going to work to make a living.
And you can barely see them out. That's like the end of us. Hi, Space Needle. It is strange to meet so many people, glimpse so many skylines, so many brilliant arrays of light beneath the night sky, take in so much of the majesty of nature, only for it to wheel past you, vanish from your sight as quickly as it came. It is what I fear about memory, that it seems to continually find itself worn down by time, reduced to flurries of sand. These tours that I've done over the years are a blur of sensations now. Holding on to them is like trying to grasp those flurries. It is impossible. Eventually it all goes away. nice.
It's about the size of this patio square.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
go
It's like
me.
maybe 100 cap,
Yeah.
90, something like that, little tiny stage.
Watching South Park, they always talk about pool time.
Better than the jackets in there. Why would I fucking do that? The reason it's in here is because I use it on my fucking bass drum pedal. So my screws don't pull out.
What was the worst drive that we ever had, or what is the worst drive for you?
Well, Steve, you know what the answer to that is. Oh, that was the time where Penny fell and broke his hip on day 3 of the tour in Denver. We were trapped in Denver for a couple days while he was in the hospital. And there's a car alarm going off. Maybe we should...
Hold it. Go.
So while Penny was in the hospital, we were, you know, kind of stuck in Denver for that time. We finally get a backup drummer. It's Danny Marshner, plays in Monte Luna now. And we were like, all right, if we're gonna make the rest of these shows on the West Coast happen, we have to drive 16 hours basically from Denver to Portland, because that was the next feasible show we could hit. And we didn't realize at the time, or we hadn't thought about the fact that driving overnight through the Rocky Mountains in Wyoming, it was going to be cold as shit in April, and the heater in the van was out. And so Steve was driving. I kept seeing him rubbing his hands, and you know, of course, James Oliver, who was selling our merch, and Nick, they just bundle up in the back and they're warm and fine. And I was seeing my breath in the van as, you know, it got super cold. And then I remember when we switched drivers, I was like, oh, the steering wheel's a fucking icicle. That's why Steve's rubbing his hands constantly. And when you're driving, it's really hard to do that. And so we finally get to Rock Springs. It's been a crazy, windy drive. And the lady at the gas station, you know, we're trying to get to Salt Lake. She says, well, you're going down Sisters Pass tonight. Got some stormy gale force winds rolling in. And there's a lot of wildlife running across the road there. You watch it. And so we're like flying down the mountain with a trailer, being battered by the winds. At one point we stopped at a rest area just to rub our hands under the warm, like the hand dryers. I took off my shoes and warmed my feet in those fucking hand dryers because we were just so goddamn cold. And I remember I took like 5-hour energy. I drank like 3 cups of coffee. By the time we got to the hotel, after white knuckling down like the mountain, I was like, my heart was still beating like 180 RPM in my chest, basically.
Yeah, I think we got to Salt Lake City at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and they let us get a hotel room till like
sunlight.
Yeah.
They were like, we'll let you sleep a little more. I couldn't go to sleep though. I was so wired and my anxiety was so high. I remember I just sat in the shower. I literally like sat down in there to just chill. So that was a rough night. It was one of those. It was a kind of scary drive, and it was one of the coldest experiences in my whole life. And it was in April.
And a little tidbit: we were listening to the last podcast on the left to make it even better for us.
Talking about the Frozen Ground, that movie that with John Cusack, those murders are based on that are in Alaska. We're like, let's listen to something about an Alaskan serial killer.
Figure cancel out that.
Yeah, it was a cold night in every level, in the mental level, emotional level, physical level. But yeah, that was definitely the worst one.
Touring is experiencing the most elevated high points and the worst low points. Great shows that feel like a justification, a vindication, followed by complete disappointment. That's the nature of the beast, and in some ways, it suits the touring musicians. It suits our personality. Every night is a gamble.
Mike, the time has come.
Finally got your apple pie.
That's what it says on the outside, but what's on the inside? Holy shit. That crust looks amazing. You gonna take us to Flavortown? Welcome to Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, dude's getting the good stuff right there.
I think he's just asleep.
No?
Oh, there's signs of life.
How the fuck are we gonna get out of here? Please save us. Yeah. Oh.
Mike,
Keegan?
now that you got your apple pie, do you feel any different? Whoa!
So there we are
last night, yeah.
in Denver, looking for parking. Do you want me to tell a story?
You got it.
Okay. So there we are. We pull in the parking lot. 5 dudes hanging out.
Well, 2 of them were on the ground fighting.
Right. Two of them were on the ground fighting. One was getting kicked while he was down. And then Mike goes to maneuver around him, and the one dude gets up, and then the other dude pushes him right in our trailer. And then we immediately stop, roll down the window, and we're like, what the hell's going on? One dude's like, don't worry about it. It wasn't your fault. You go. So Mike starts to drive off, and the other guy goes, why are you leaving? You just ran him over.
Oh my god.
And then the other guy's like, no, you guys didn't do anything. Keep going. So Mike and I are like, okay.
And you were like, at that point, maybe this is not the parking lot to park
Yeah,
in.
we were like, we're not parking here. So then we get parking, we start walking back to the scene, and there's the cops arresting one of the
Oh,
guys.
jeez.
Yeah, there's like 3 cop cars.
Yeah.
It is impossible for me to convey how this all feels. I've tried over the years, with writing, through telling stories, through these videos. Nothing can really convey the feeling of freedom. The feeling of being unbounded from the modern world, even as you are still plunged into the modern world, engaged in a thoroughly modern activity of live music in the club setting. And yet, you're standing apart from it all.
Steve, hurry.
Yeah? Hey, what's up? Your tongue's sticking out. Hey.
They have good pozole at that Mexican place across the street.
Oh yeah, we've had it before. think this is like the one.
What's your favorite state to drive through while you're on tour?
Not Wyoming.
Not Wyoming?
Yeah.
Any other state other than Wyoming?
Colorado's pretty cool.
Colorado?
Yeah. Arizona's cool too.
Arizona? Okay. You like the desert?
Yeah, I like the green man.
Yeah, the saguaros.
Yes.
Okay. Has there been a local band that you've ever played with on tour that put on a performance so good that you still think about them now or still follow what they're doing?
The Dark Crone band from Palmdale, LA.
Oh, on this tour?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I like them.
I thought you were talking about this tour.
Oh, it can be any tour you've ever done.
Oh, Horse Burner.
Horse Burner.
Yeah, that shit
Okay.
blew my mind.
What is the metal capital of the United States?
The metal capital of the United States. It's like I wrote these questions and then I didn't think about what my answer.
Yeah, well, when you get put to the test, you have to really dig deep, you know?
Right. You know, I don't know if it's the capital, but every time we go to El Paso, especially on this last time, I was like, wow, they're serious about metal out here. These are some real metalheads. Other than that, you know, the Baltimore area also, maybe that's my bias from Shadow Woods, but it seems like there's so much stuff around there. Maybe just that whole area, you know, on the East Coast, that seems to be a pretty serious metal territory as well. And some people would say the Lost Well in Austin is a metal mecca at this point.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to name one at this point, but you know, there's also a lot of like tiny little towns that have a really great scene in them. So I don't know if I can give you one. I'll say I felt like at Shadow Woods, in the woods in Maryland, that we were at kind of like a metal mecca for at least underground metal. Definitely black and extreme metal, that kind of thing. And I know that was kind of a smaller crowd and a little bit more of an intimate festival, but I often think about that.
I would hands down agree. Shadow Woods for sure.
Yeah. That was peak metal fest in America, in my opinion.
Nice.
I'm a farmer.
Oh yeah, baby, raindrop.
Let me light that cigarette for you, baby.
Gotta calm down. Just came out from under the bridge.
There you go. It's like San Fran. Some San Fran shit right here.
The son of San Fran.
Yeah. Whoa, sick.
Did you see that gun?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Dude, that was fucking badass. Yeah.
Welcome to Iron Horse. Are you gonna buy any of these beautiful records, Steve? Is there anything you have your eye on?
Cool, man. But I'm on tour right now. I gotta be really frugal with myself here.
You don't want to like
I think
throw
I
the
could
vine.
break the bank with $4.
$4 it might be worth it.
Let me out, let me out, let me out! God damn it, where are those fucking cats?
Great show tonight, huh, Steve?
It was awesome. It was a good one.
It's a good Saturday night show.
What do you think, Mike?
Saturday.
Let me tailgate somebody while I'm pulling a phone.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot.
We'll wait until it's raining to do that.
Yeah, ride his ass, Seabass. Oh, here we go.
You ride his ass too, ride that boat's ass.
Was that our last roadshow after 12 years of doing this? I know I'll be back out on the road with other bands, and we had a couple more shows at home to conclude Destroyer of Light, but it was still a weird feeling, a bittersweet feeling. This is the end.